In the shadowy corners of ancient lore, there exists a tale so profound, so terrifying it whispers of a time when the very fabric of creation was torn. This is the story of the Nephilim, the monstrous offspring born from a forbidden union between the heavens and the earth. Before the Great Deluge, a group of celestial beings, known as the Watchers, descended from the heavens. They were tasked with observing humanity, but instead, they were consumed by lust for the daughters of men. Forsaking their sacred duty, they took human wives, an act of cosmic defiance that unleashed a torrent of corruption upon the world. From this unholy alliance, a new race was born. The term itself means the fallen ones, and they were giants in every sense of the word. Towering figures of immense stature and strength, they were beings of insatiable appetite. Their hunger was a plague upon the land. They consumed all the produce of men, and when that was not enough, they turned upon the animals, the birds, and even each other, devouring flesh and drinking blood. Their wickedness knew no bounds. They taught humanity forbidden art, sorcery, warfare, the crafting of weapons, and the vanity of adornments. The world groaned under their tyranny, a paradise twisted into a nightmare of violence, bloodshed, and God. The very air was thick with the stench of corruption, and the cries of the oppressed reached the heavens. The world was stained, irrevocably broken by their monstrous presence. The Creator looked down upon the world he had made and saw that the wickedness of man was great, and every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. The earth was filled with violence because of the Nephilim. A great sorrow filled the heart of the divine, and a decision was made. A cataclysm was coming, a great flood to wash the world clean, to purge the earth of the Nephilim's taint and the corruption they had spread. The heavens opened, and the fountains of the deep burst forth. For 40 days and 40 nights, rain fell, and the waters rose, swallowing mountains and consuming civilizations. The giants, for all their strength, were swept away in the deluge. The age of monsters was seemingly over. But was it? The waters receded, and a new world began. Yet, whispers of giants persisted. The sacred texts speak of them again long after the flood. When spies were sent into the promised land of Canaan, they returned with terrifying reports of giants in the land, descendants of Anak, who made them feel like grasshoppers in comparison. These were the Anakim, the Rephaim, the Amin tribes of giants who still roamed the earth. How could this be? How did the bloodline of the Nephilim survive the cleansing flood? Theories abound. Perhaps some of the Watchers' genetic defilement was carried aboard the ark through the wives of Noah's sons. Or maybe, in another act of rebellion, a second incursion of Watchers occurred after the flood, reigniting the monstrous lineage. The texts are cryptic, leaving us to ponder the chilling possibility that the purge was not absolute. The trail of giants continues through history. We read Avog, the king of Bashan, a remnant of the giants. And who could forget the most famous giant of all, Goliath of Gath, the towering champion of the Philistines, who stood over 9 feet tall, clad in bronze armor, defying the armies of Israel. He too was said to be a descendant of the giants from Gath. These were not just tall men. They were described as remnants of an ancient, fearsome race, echoes of the pre-flood world. The story of the Nephilim is a haunting reminder of a time when the boundaries between realms were shattered. It's a tale of cosmic rebellion, monstrous consequences, and a divine judgment that reshaped the world. Though their age of dominance was brought to a watery end, the shadows of these fallen giants stretched across the pages of history, a chilling testament to the wickedness that once walked the earth and a profound mystery that endures to this day. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the ancient world. If you found this story as fascinating as we do, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into forgotten lore. See you next time!